Hi, Fribbles just updated his gear optimizer and there are a few big changes. First, I'll show you how to get the new version running if you are coming from an older version. Download the optimizer as normal and extract all the files into a new folder. Locate your JSON files. I have them saved in Data, Saves, so I'll just copy them over to the new folder. Now you can start up the new version and load your gear and heroes back. So the first thing that was added is that there are now filters for your heroes. This is pretty self-explanatory. The other new thing is the Use Reforge Stats toggle. This was a feature that was missing from the previous version because you could only see your post-Reforge stats if you actually reforged the piece of equipment within the optimizer, and at which point you can't undo unless you load your file again. Coupled with the autosave feature of the gear optimizer, it got quite confusing because I had gear that was reforged in the optimizer but not reforged in-game. So now that's all eliminated because you can just toggle to see your final stats. Moving on to the optimizer tab, the hero list is now in alphabetical order instead of the order of your hero list. I am of the opinion that alphabetical order is inferior. I spoke to Fribbles and he said that this was by popular demand and people actually wanted the hero list in alphabetical order. In the previous versions, you could just optimize your heroes according to the order that you added them into the optimizer, so you can just go down the list. As I mentioned in my previous video, I add my heroes into the optimizer based on their gear priority. Now I have to start manually typing CER to find Cerise, as she is the hero that I want to optimize first every time, and then Surin next. This actually tilts me, but I have to stick with it because the new features are too good to pass up. Leave a comment below on which you prefer, alphabetical order or the order of your hero list. Moving on. One of the best features in this version is the ability to save builds. So let's say you have a build for PvP SSB and one for PvE SSB. You can now save both builds under one hero. If you're coming from a previous version, simply tick keep current and start the optimization. You can now save your build and name it whatever you want. You can then optimize the character again and save the other builds. I personally have 3 builds for SSB, PvP, regular Wyvern, and one-shot Wyvern. I can now have all 3 builds ready in one file without the need to fiddle around with multiple files. Similarly, I have a build for Sigret, for regular Wyvern, and one-shot Wyvern. This is definitely one of the best features of the update. So I'll quickly demonstrate by optimizing for a PvE SSB. So now I can save this build and name it PvE. And now I no longer have use for this second SSB clone. So now you can switch between builds at a moment's notice. Another quality of life update is there is now a filter for virtually everything in the gear tab. There is also now a duplicate item button, which essentially helps you enter most of the information you need for a piece of gear, so you don't have to start from scratch every time. For example, if you just rolled a speed set crit damage neck in game to plus 15, you can filter that and then click duplicate item, and then just change the substats as required. So you no longer have to change any of the top section and the main stat. There's also a tab to filter duplicates in case you've entered the same piece of gear twice. So let me duplicate this, and press the duplicates button. So now you can delete one, because they're exactly the same. That's pretty much all the big changes in version 1.3 of the optimizer. By the way, I am planning to upload other Epic 7 content, not just stuff related to the gear optimizer. I am a mid-champion player in both Arena and RTA, thanks to optimizers like this, and hope to upload Guild War battles and RTA battles. Subscribe and turn on bell notifications if you're interested in watching some higher level PvP without the whale gear. Thanks, and bye.